Ready? Ready?
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 3rd down, Bernard. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready?
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw again. Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Bernard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way.
And he's going to go down touchdown right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Ryan Allen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 44th, Newton. He's going to look deep. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Double dog, that's the way.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
22, 65, Mike's 54, Mike's 54.
Here's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ready? Get ready? 52. Crunch time, defense. Check.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Newton. Wright's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Where's the set? 52, 8.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the gun, Newton out to his left. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Three bud.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Strip that ball.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, rush coming, and he's taken down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Great.
Operating from the gun. Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Down, ready, ready. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Throwing again. Ryan. This complete to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. Let's go.
reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
We got trips over here. Trips over here.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 28 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here we go, D.
Operating from the gun, Newton. They will find Davis. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Trip. I got one. I'm scared. Gun.
From the gun, Newton dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
Check. 20.
On first down, it's Newton. He gets it to Thomas. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton looking for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Newton. That's caught. It's Thomas. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Again, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.